Good morning. Today I want to share with you a problem that I'm having. It's the Christmas card dilemma. I literally don't know what to do about Christmas cards. I want to tell you a little bit about our history with Christmas cards, and then I'm going to lay out for you the suggestions that I have for what to do, because you know what? I bet you're having a similar problem. In 1987, after the birth of our second daughter, Jackie, we decided that we should write Christmas cards. We hadn't done it previously because we were overwhelmed. We were both working, and we had our first daughter, Jennifer. But after the birth of Jackie, we wanted to shout it from the rooftops. It was such a miracle. And so we wrote a Christmas letter. And you know, a lot of people write Christmas letters and Xerox them and send them out. And a lot of people complain about that too. But I want to tell you that our Christmas letters were never just a litany of things that had happened to us. They were always very funny because Robert wrote them, and I don't know what it is, but he has a very comedic talent when it comes to writing. He's just super funny. He would always say, I'm gonna go put baloney in my shoes and go write the newsletter. The Christmas newsletter. So from 1987 on, we wrote Christmas newsletters and we sent them out to friends and family. And by the time the 2000s came around, we were sending out 175 newsletters, which wasn't inexpensive if you count the stamps and the Xerox paper and the cards and all that. So about 5 years ago, I decided that I would collect all the newsletters together and present them to Robert as a gift. And so I have a book that I created for him called Our Life in Letters. And so it has all of the letters that I had collected since 1987 that Robert had written to send to friends and family at Christmas. So let me share a few of those with you. Here's the first newsletter from 1987, and it begins, "Dear friends, we are very different this year. We are 4, and just thrilled with our new edition." I kind of get choked up when I think about it. So anyways, we were announcing Jacqueline's birth. This one is not as funny as others because I wrote it. Eventually, Robert wrote them, and they were very much funnier. Then the next year, of course, we have beautiful artwork from our children that we shared because, of course, we were so proud. And it says, "Merry Christmas, we are healthy and happy. Jennifer and Jackie are growing into fine young ladies. Can you believe they never fight, always share, and always pick up after themselves? If you can, you need an attorney to handle your affairs." That's kind of funny. I'm sure Robert wrote that. And then in Christmas 1992, I was pregnant with our third child, Julia. And so Robert wrote this newsletter that is just, it's okay. It begins, "Despite the fact that Ann Landers and Dear Abby get reams of letters from people who detest Xeroxed Christmas letters," which is what we did, "we continue to send ours because, so far as we can tell, no one reads them." Anyway, why should we listen to people with nothing better to do than write letters to Ann Landers and Dear Abby? And so at the bottom of the newsletter, you can see there's a questionnaire. And it says, "In closing, please complete the questionnaire and return it with your Christmas card." That's a hint to send one to us. Number 1, yes, keep the Christmas newsletters coming. Number 2, I am one of the people who writes to Dear Abby. Number 3, I don't know who you are. Remove me from your mailing list. And number 4, I don't know who you are, but I enjoy the newsletters. Keep them coming. So that's just an example. They get funnier and funnier as Robert, sort of hits his stride. Honestly, just reading these make me laugh. I have to read you this one from 2006. "Welcome to the 26th annual Bickett Hubbell newsletter. It was quite a year. we will get right to the exaggeration, half-truths, and downright fabrications that are our newsletter. The biggest news is that Robert and Jill celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary and both turned 50. In honor of their accomplishments, we ran the San Francisco Marathon. That's true. And managed to pack on another 10 pounds in the process. That was almost true. How could that be, you ask? Run slowly and eat a lot, which we did. Anyways, okay, so that's not about the dilemma. That's just about the Christmas newsletters that we sent out. All right. So, 2 years ago, I sent out the very last Christmas newsletter. And I sent it out, you know, via snail mail to all 175 of the people on our list. And I told them that if they wanted to continue getting the newsletter, they should write me an email and say so. And we would then the next year send a digital newsletter. I didn't want to give up Christmas cards altogether. I just wanted to move it to the digital format because it was expensive. And you know what? Very few people are sending Christmas cards anymore. Let me show you. So here's the Christmas cards that we've received so far this year. We're halfway through December. I've got a dozen Christmas cards that we've received. And 50% of them are from the dentist or charity organizations that want to, that want our donations. So the Christmas cards have really dwindled. We used to get a Christmas card every year from this friend of mine from high school. And when that stopped, when that Christmas card stopped, I thought, okay, this is a different time. So that, in combination with the fact that we really wanted to move to the digital, we stopped our Christmas card sending out 2 years ago and wanted to move to the digital. Well, then we had 2 granddaughters, and last year we were overwhelmed and didn't send anything out at all. Now, I want to show you too, though, what I do with the Christmas cards that I receive. This is 2019, and it says last one because this is the last year that I sent out Christmas cards. And in here are all the Christmas cards that I received that year. So I don't know why I don't exactly feel sentimental about them, but I feel like they're sort of historical documents. And there's a lot of them in here 2 years ago. There's quite a few. This is just half of them. Some of them are just gorgeous, beautiful, lovely missives from people that, you know, are far away and that we don't see, but nice to hear from them. Plus you save them for the addresses because people move. All right, I'm going on and on. These are my suggestions about what to do this year. Oh, I didn't tell you. So this is what happened. I sent out the email that said, if you want to continue receiving our newsletter, let me know. I got back maybe 5 people that said, yes, we want to receive the newsletter. I don't think that only 5 people of 175 want to continue receiving the newsletter. I just think people are too busy or didn't get it, or maybe they don't want to receive the newsletter. I don't know. I kind of want to communicate with them though. So I don't really have everybody's email address. That's the bottom line. So this year I can do nothing. That's one option. I can send out an email to the people whose emails I have, which might be maybe 50. I think that's it. Those are the 2 options. Do nothing or send out digital emails to the addresses of people that I have. So let me know what you think and tell me what you're doing, or if you've just given up Christmas cards altogether. All right, well, see you tomorrow. Let me know.